Hello friends. Hey, this is a little different. So I want to make a real video about where I stand right now with Fami. The rest of October here, I'm really not expecting much. I'm expecting probably just kick the can down the road a little more, and I am fully expecting this to maybe take a little more hardship here before we get into November here, because I really don't think a lot of big players are really paying attention to this until it gets to the last, like the 11th hour here in November. And why I say that is because in November here, we know that we're going to have the last quarterly come out for what they've done so far this year. So that should come around November 10th, around November 18th, somewhere around that time frame. So probably just on a general quarterly coming out, whether it's good or bad, we'll have some, news off that, and that'll get people in and out of the stock a little more. That'll bring more volume. We should see the stock move up just on that. Now, obviously, if it's a good quarterly, I'm not expecting it to be a life-changing quarterly, but I'm expecting, hopefully it will bring in some good news into the future. Now, with that, when I made a video about 3-4 weeks ago saying, I put in around $800-900 into this, that's not a lot because I know there's a lot more people that have put in a lot more than that. But the thing is with that, I knew that this could go left or right real fast. And I still think we're in that battleground a little bit. But one thing that I do want to say is that with talks of this reverse split that we're seeing right now with this thing, you have to understand, November is the deadline. November 30th, this thing has to, hit that dollar mark within a 10-day consecutive period. Now, if it does not hit that, there is a grace period too that they will fill forms out, and they will be in that. So this will probably, if it does not hit that dollar mark, it will bleed into next year as well. We will still be talking about this going into, January, February, probably March. Now, the other thing is that a lot of people are asking me, how do I feel about this stock in the future? Am I in this for the long run? I'm in this for the long run, but I do want to see what this is going to do here because, I had been a part of a reverse split before. The last reverse split I got caught in was Aurora Cannabis, and that actually worked out to my favor. I actually made money on that reverse split, and that's very rare, but I was able to keep buying my way out of it. And then finally, when it did split, the stock shot up even more because they came out with news and all that going into that situation with Aurora. But I have been a part of another reverse split where it did not work in my favor. And then I have been a part of a few other situations where what we catch ourselves in right now with trying to catch the squeeze. And, one thing that really brings me comfort in what we see right now with this stock is that this is heavily talked about in the Reddit community. I don't have a direct line into this Reddit community, and we're all saying like, hey, we're going to do this at this moment, and we're going to push this thing up, buy these, these calls, these puts, whatever, obviously it'd be calls, but there's no direct line like that. So what I am saying is that we know this is being heavily talked about in the Reddit community, that they could possibly help push this because this would be easy money for them, because as of right now, it does not look good. The stock is falling apart. We are seeing direct downflow right now, but this stock does have a history of slow, steady fall, and then, we'll have a short squeeze, but we're still falling a little bit. So, like I said, I do expect this week to probably be another week of just kicking the can down the road. I really don't think we're going to see much until November here. Once we get into November, done with this week, Halloween week, things are probably going to start to get a lot more interesting, and I'm expecting the CEO to come out with some more news with what they're doing with this new, going into this new company situation they're doing. And they're probably going to start talking about the situation that we're seeing right now. I'm fully expecting that too. So this is going to bring a lot of news around the stock. This is probably going to, and there's still a lot of good news coming out with the company, which is funny because we're still seeing positive news come out about new deals, what they're doing, what they're looking for into the future, but the stock it cannot hold itself together right now. So with that, if we can get better news coming out here, that is really going to draw more investors to this too, and that's what you see a lot in the stock market. People are looking for those warm, feel-good situations where they feel safe. A lot of people do not like to swing big in the stock market, and that's totally understandable. They like to invest in things that are solid and that looks like they're going to bring in, 5-10% over a few months, and that's obviously understandable. But right now we are in this, I think everybody's in this situation looking for, like a 30-40% increase within a week or two right now, and that is very possible. But what I want people to know, and like I said in past videos when I told everybody I was doing this, is that this could go south real fast too. But if it goes south, it's going to be a really slow process. They're not going to, at November, by the end of November, if we don't see $1, they're not going to do a reverse split like that. It doesn't happen like that. Like I said, there's going to be a process they have to go into. They're going to file for extension. There's a grace period where the stock can still have time to hit $1 mark. And then, like I said, you're still in that grace period. Anything can happen. So no company wants to have a reverse split. Obviously, it's not good. It's not good at all. No company wants that. So I'm fully expecting them to start talking soon, news to come out, and November is going to be the month. November is the month where we've got to see something happen here. And this is where the retailer investors are going to step in, or they're not. So it's going to be very interesting. So that's where I'm at with this. Hopefully this video, you can hear it okay. How I usually make videos, I have a lot going on today with it being Sunday, and I just don't have time to make videos like I usually do. So hopefully this works out for you guys, and every now and then I show my face. I don't like to show my face, but I do here and now and then. So friends, that's where I'm at with this. Like I said, I don't know what this week's going to bring. Right now, crypto is going crazy, and I fully expect crypto to kind of take over the news this week once again, and I'm not really expecting a lot out of any of my stocks this week. I'm expecting more out of my crypto wallet this week than I am stocks. So I wish everyone the best of luck with this one. I think this thing is just, you're gonna have to wait till the last hour, and I know a lot of people are saying this, and I'm trying to wrap this up, but what I'm seeing too is a lot of people are saying that they're selling out of this at a loss, and that, because they're getting scared, and that's totally understandable, and you need to do what you want to do to feel safe in this. I am not a financial advisor whatsoever, and that's why I say I am just making content here, and this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I am waiting to that 11th hour. I am waiting to see if the squeeze comes in, and I don't necessarily know that it's going to be like you're going to wake up and see, 100%, 300% squeeze take place like that. I think you're going to see maybe a short, I think this could bleed down into the 20s, and then we could see probably it squeeze into a 40, and then a slow walk up into, then, the next few days into that. So I think that's more realistic what we could see here going into November. But once again, we're just going to have to wait and see here. There's a lot of unknowns right now, and everybody's thinking and wondering the same thing with what's going to happen with this. So, but what I was saying there, you have to do what you want to do with selling out of it or keeping it. But losing $1, $1,000, thousands of dollars, it's not fun either way. So I'm excited though. I really am. I like this kind of stuff. I like being on the, I like this intense stuff that we see, and that's why they say it costs money to play in the stock market. You can invest money in things that are simple, like Pepsi and Walmart and Apple. Your Tesla, you're never going to lose money there. Or you can do things like this, and you're just constantly, biting your nails. But either way, you do what you want to do. So friends, with that, I hope you have the rest of a great Sunday, and I don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. We'll see what happens with the stock market here. It ended pretty crappy here this last week, so I'm hoping something good comes in this week. We see some good news, and Jerome Powell shuts up, and they stop talking about inflation, even though it's taking over right now. So crazy time to be in the stock market. Fun time, but crazy time. It's always a crazy time, but it just keeps getting crazier. So friends, with all that, have a great week, and I'm getting ready to go take my wife out on a date while her parents watch our children, and we can enjoy the 1 hour, 2 hours we get away from them. So friends, I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.